It's me, Protomario, and this is the news that I'm going to be recapping for you. A very special episode of the News You Missed Nintendo Edition, where I'm going to be recapping the Nintendo Direct for you. It's only going to be the major parts, things that we really didn't know about, and a lot of the stuff that I'm going to be skipping over is stuff that's been revealed in some way, shape, or form, or plays a very, very minor role in the system. Some of the stuff is stuff that you would probably like to know about, and you should definitely check out some news articles or see the full direct yourself, which will be linked in the description below, but I'm going to only be hitting on the major things today. Now, before I get into that, I do have some other Nintendo Switch news, and Surgeon Simulator has made its way over to Nintendo Switch. Those people were kind enough to send me a key, and so I played some of it with my daughter. It's a pretty fun game. It came out quite some time ago, and now you can play it on the Nintendo Switch if you never got a chance to play it on PC. So check into it. My daughter seems to enjoy it, and it's a pretty fun game. Silly, kooky, pretty great to play co-op or single player. Now, with that out of the way, we're going to be jumping right into the Switch recap for the Nintendo Direct that just occurred. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about the new Luigi game that came out, Luigi's Mansion. It's kind of a strange Luigi's Mansion game. There's no details on it, no information on it. It's not Luigi's Mansion for the 3DS. It is indeed a new Luigi's Mansion game. There wasn't much information given for it, so it's just there. It's just them telling us that they're developing a new Luigi game. Kirby's Epic Yarn is coming to the 3DS, and it's going to feature a lot of new features as well, because, once again, a lot of Wii U games come to the 3DS, but with a bunch of features added onto it. This has happened quite a lot, and we've seen it in other games. So things like ghost race modes are going to be a feature that's going to be available in the 3DS version. Of course, if you've never played Kirby's Epic Yarn, this will be a great pickup for you if you own a 3DS. Nintendo Online was also shown to allow for people to play NES games co-op or online. We already knew about that. Backup saves for games. It detailed the use of smartphone app, allowed voice chatting, and it showed prices. There was really nothing spectacularly new with it, except for the fact that it also detailed two controllers that are coming out that are going to work with the Joy-Con interface. So they're controllers that are powered by you sliding them into the Joy-Con interface and charging them that way. They are NES remotes, and they made a key point to hit on this, saying that you're going to be able to play these NES games just like people did back in the day with these wireless NES controllers. Now, I know there's going to be some hardcore NES enthusiasts, retro enthusiasts, who are going to explain the latency and the problems with that, but overall, it's Nintendo, so I think they're going to do a very, very good job with these first-party controllers, and I don't think you have a lot to worry about. They look very clean, they look very nice. You get two of them for $60, and for wireless controllers that require no battery or no cord and work off of the Nintendo Switch charging interface for the Joy-Cons, I think it's a really, really good deal, and something that a lot of people would like to get. Of course, you're probably going to be able to use the Joy-Cons that came with your system if you're broke and you don't want to spend the price of a new game on two new controllers, but hey, it's an option and it's really nice. The new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe was detailed, and it showed Toadette and Nabbit. Now, these are two new characters that were originally in the game. They were kind of added later on. Nabbit was, and of course, you're going to be able to get new Luigi U. The wording and the titles and the names aside, again, these are just the same games that came out on the Wii U, as aforementioned with Kirby's Epic Yarn. We're talking about the ability to get Toadette, and Toadette is something that's very, very new to this series. It can double jump and also turn into something similar to Princess Peach. It's not Princess Peach because of the game's plotline and structure, but it's similar to it. And then Nabbit is invincible. But I suppose that Nabbit could fall down pits and die, so not 100% invincible. Whereas if you fall in a pit and you're slowly sliding down a pipe and can't escape, Toadette might be able to escape that situation. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Game Freak has a new game called Town, which is an RPG that requires the help of townspeople to defeat monsters, which is pretty cool. I thought it was really, really nice looking. Definitely a good game company that develops games outside of just Pokemon. Again, Game Freak made Pokemon, so something to look forward to whenever they make other RPGs. They tend to make pretty decent and unique gaming experiences, so there you go. I'm excited for that. Pokemon also detailed and divulged something a little bit new about Let's Go. It's a very minor and small detail, but depending on how you pet your Pokemon will change the hairstyle. Originally, we knew that their hairstyles would change and that you could get them customized, but we didn't know how exactly that was going to go. A lot of people had assumed it was a hairdresser. Well, they clarified this point and stated that depending on how you pet your Pokemon, so obviously you're using your Nintendo Switch and you're petting your Pokemon, there you go, you can change their hairstyle depending on the direction or how you pet them. So there's going to be bound to be some wacky hairstyles there. I can't wait to see what people come up with. Yoshi's created world was detailed and shown to allow players to go through a crafted world, which is just wonderful. It looks great. I absolutely love it. Made a big smile come to my face, and it's hard to make this old war veteran smile easily, but I'm telling you, I'm super excited to get that game. You can go through levels in different perspectives, which was pretty unique. It reminded me of Paper Mario in a way, but a little bit different. It's co-op friendly, so you can play it with someone else, and it's just in general very fun looking. I can't wait to play that game. There was quite a bit of gameplay shown of that, so if you'd like to see more, definitely check into it. There's going to be classic Final Fantasy games coming to the Switch as well, and new remastered versions of said games. Now, this is a massive big point because I just like to point out that Sony is where it is because of a Nintendo-Sony split up way back in the 90s. Now, that's not the biggest deal, but the thing was, back in the day, the developers of Final Fantasy were going to put their games onto the Nintendo 64, but due to the fact that discs were so much more expansive and available to do so much more with, they went with the Sony PlayStation for that reason, and thus Final Fantasy VII was born. But it's interesting to see that Final Fantasy VII is going to be coming to a Nintendo console. I mean, man, what century are we in where we have a game about slaying demons, blood and gore, all kinds of religious paraphernalia, articles, references, things like that in a video game, Diablo 3 coming to the Nintendo Switch, and Final Fantasy VII coming to the Nintendo Switch. Whew, what a time to be alive, right? Well, anyways, moving on, we're going to be talking about Super Smash Bros. There was a bundle shown as well. It doesn't look like a full Nintendo Switch bundle, but rather the portion that holds the Switch consoles, where you put your Joy-Cons in it, you can put your Switch in it, and it boosts the signal up to your TV, and you can play your Switch on the TV. They showed that, and it's going to be etched in with the original Smash Fighters on the cradle. It looks very, very nice, and it's a nice alternative for people who would really like a unique and special Nintendo Switch bundle. I'm sure it's going to cost a pretty penny, but it does come with the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate download as well, and it comes with sweet, sweet Smash Joy-Cons. Very unique and special Joy-Cons that you would probably be very, very interested in, especially if you're a Smash player or a fan of Super Smash Brothers. Anyways, it's quite different than what Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee are offering, where they had a full bundle shown where you could get the Switch itself as well as the different colored Joy-Cons and a Pokeball Plus and a download of the game. So, I mean, obviously, they definitely clarified that you're getting the full Switch system with that, so keep a lookout for that. Isabelle from Animal Crossing was revealed to be a new Super Smash Bros. Character. We were all trolled, we were all G-baited, tricked into thinking that there was a new Animal Crossing, and then they showed Isabelle, the whole Smash font coming in, and everyone was like, no way, Twitter blew up with it, but only for a second, because guess what? There is a new Animal Crossing confirmed for Nintendo Switch, and there was a short little rendering showing Tom Nook talking to the player, things like that. There wasn't much shown, no gameplay, no official trailer. There was just a bit of a pre-rendered scenario, pre-rendered video shown, and the release is going to be later in 2019. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, that's the recap of the Nintendo Direct. Again, there's a lot of minor details, there's a lot of indie games, there's a lot of other things that happened in this Nintendo Direct, but I'm just taking on the biggest things that I think you would be interested in, a lot of Nintendo fans would be interested in. And again, the things that I skipped over, most of them have been already mentioned and divulged and detailed in some way, shape, or form again. So there you go. This is something that you would be interested in. Make sure to check the direct itself down in the section below. I've been your host, Protomario, and I would really appreciate you leaving me a like on this video and sharing it with other Nintendo enthusiasts. If you didn't like it, you can leave me a big dislike and tell me what I can do better in the future. You can always click that subscribe button, because I'll always be here to deliver the video game news, and hopefully these will be stories that you did miss, because this is the news you missed. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. As always, good gaming, God bless, and I will see you later.